Hi, I'm Leanne. Welcome to my kitchen and welcome to week 3 of recipes you can make with a pound or less of hamburger. And today we are making a cozy all-time favorite, enchilada casserole. Now, if you missed the first 2 weeks, week 1 we made a small batch sloppy joes, a childhood favorite. Week 2 we made my mom's bolognese meat sauce for spaghetti. It's so good. I love it so much. And this week, enchilada casserole. Now today's recipe was given to me by my friend Becky, and I still remember the first time I ever ate her enchilada casserole. It filled a 9x13 pan to overflowing. It was so good, and it was one of those meals that you kept thinking about after it was over. Well, that 9x13 is way too much food for us empty nesters, for the two of us, so today I've made a small batch version for you. It has all the same flavor and deliciousness of her full-size enchilada casserole. And instead of that big 9x13, we are going to use a 9x5 loaf pan. I'm using a glass one, but you could also use a metal one. We're going to start by taking our pan over to the stovetop, heating it up, and adding our hamburger. All right, after our pan is heated up, we're going to add in our hamburger. Now, you could also use ground turkey or ground chicken in this recipe if you prefer. We're going to add in a half of a cup of chopped diced onion and a couple of teaspoons of minced garlic. Just go ahead and cook this till the hamburger is cooked through and lightly browned. Now, after the meat is browned, we're going to remove it from the heat and we're going to add in the other ingredients, starting with 7 ounces of petite diced tomatoes and a 10-ounce can of red enchilada sauce, a half of a teaspoon of chili powder, or a little bit more if you prefer. And then we're going to stir that all together. We're going to put it back on the stovetop and let it simmer for about 15-20 minutes. You want to allow time for those flavors to meld together and for it to thicken up. All right, once that has thickened up, we are ready to assemble. And we're going to grab our nonstick spray and our 9x5 loaf pan. And we're going to give it a quick little spray. And then we are going to need 6 corn tortillas. I'm using white corn. You can use yellow corn. We don't need 6, we need 3, but we're going to cut them into 6 pieces. So I'm just going to take them and cut them right in half. These are just the regular size tortillas. And then we're going to lay them onto the bottom of the pan. They're going to overlap slightly. One layer, single layer on the bottom. All right, then we're going to take half of our meat mixture and layer it on top of the tortillas. And you can just guesstimate on what's half. Doesn't really matter. I have some sliced black olives, about a half a cup here. I'm gonna sprinkle half of them on top. If you don't like black olives, feel free to leave them off. I love black olives. And then I chopped up 2 green onions, and we're going to just sprinkle however much you want on top of there. And then I have about a cup total of cheese, probably a little bit more. I'm just going to kind of eyeball the cheese. And I got half cheddar and half a mozzarella. You can use whatever your favorite blend is. I do like to grate my own cheese versus using the pre-grated cheese, because that flour or whatever that is that they put on the cheese to keep it from sticking together, I think prevents the cheese from melting really well. So I like to grate my own. A little bit more work, but I think it's worth the effort. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of the cheddar, then the mozzarella, and then we're just going to repeat that whole process. We're going to put the remaining corn tortillas down, the rest of our meat, and I probably got a little more on the bottom layer than the top layer, but like I said, it doesn't really matter. And then more of our black olives. I'm just going to throw them all in. I love black olives. And then green onions. I'm not going to use quite all the green onions because I want to save a few. I like to sprinkle them on the top before I serve it, just to make it look a little prettier. And then we're ready for that last layer of cheese. I probably had maybe close to a cup of each of the cheeses, maybe 3/4 of a cup. I like a lot of cheese. All right, now this is ready to go in the oven. I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're gonna bake it for about 30 minutes. You want it heated through, the cheese melted, and to have it be a little bit bubbly. It'll start to bubble around the edges and such. All right, it is all done. You can see those yummy layers in there. I do, after I pull it out of the oven, I like to let it sit for 5 minutes or so, just to let it kind of settle. But then you're ready to dig in. Now, usually I like to serve this maybe with just some little chopped lettuce, a little dollop of sour cream, some guacamole, anything like that would be delicious. Hope you enjoyed this recipe and our series of things to make with less than a pound of hamburger. This enchilada casserole is a classic. Hope you enjoy. Leave me a comment. Let me know down below if you give it a try or if there's some favorite main dish that you'd like to see in small batch form here on my channel. And thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. And if you haven't already, make sure you go down below, turn on notifications so you're notified every time a new video posts, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.